Welcome to the Texas Department of Transportation, El Paso District's 2025 to 2028 Rural Transportation Improvement Program virtual public meeting. In this pre-recorded presentation, we will discuss projects identified to begin construction between 2025 and 2028 in the rural counties of the El Paso District. We will review the basics of what constitutes the Rural Transportation Improvement Program, otherwise known as the Rural TIP, and explain how projects were selected for the program. You will then have the opportunity to review the projects selected for inclusion in the 2025 to 2028 program. November 7, 2000 was the last deathless day on roadways in Texas. That means for over 23 years, at least one person has died on Texas highways every single day. We all have a part to play to change that. This message is a reminder to end the streak of daily deaths on Texas highways. Texans can play a major role in ending fatal crashes with a few simple driving habits. Wear seatbelts, drive the speed limit, put away the phone and other distractions, and never drive when sleepy or under the influence of alcohol or drugs. So please do your part and share this message with friends and family. The TxDOT El Paso District includes all of the counties shown in the map. El Paso County is considered urban, and the rest of the counties within the district are considered rural. Rural counties include Hudspeth, Culberson, Jeff Davis, Presidio, and Brewster counties. The Rural Transportation Improvement Program, or Rural TIP, is a list of El Paso District projects funded for construction over the next 2 years. This means that all projects included in the list are expected to be underway within 4 years following the TIP's approval. These are projects you can anticipate being constructed in the near future. The Rural TIP is multimodal, which means it can include projects relating to highways, bicycle and pedestrian facilities, or transit services. The Rural TIP can also include preliminary studies to determine specific projects. The Rural TIP shows a regional agreement on the need and priority of a transportation project, so all parties involved can be sure they are making the best investment for the community. It's also expected to be consistent with other local and regional transportation plans to ensure that all agencies are working toward the same goal. The Rural TIP is part of a statewide transportation improvement program, or STIP. Because the STIP is required by federal law, no project can receive federal funding unless it is listed in the STIP. Your participation in the Rural TIP process is important because funding for projects secured through the program will help address your community's most immediate transportation needs. You can help TxDOT identify regional transportation projects by providing comments on the projects included in the program, including those that you feel are a priority. By reviewing the entire program in a single meeting, you are 1. Having a regional impact, 2. Helping us be more effective with your money, and 3. Ensuring that we are investing where we should. Rural transportation organizations, metropolitan planning organizations, and local governments are responsible for selecting projects within their boundaries. TxDOT district offices are responsible for selecting projects on state and national roadways. These roadways include interstates, state and U.S. highways, and includes the farm-to-market and ranch-to-market roads you use every day. Projects are selected for inclusion in the Rural TIP by identified current and future transportation needs. These needs are identified by reviewing current and projected traffic, population, and land use trends, priorities and needs identified in statewide and regional plans, and through public input gathered at opportunities like today's public meeting. Once projects have been defined, they are evaluated according to their scale and classified according to the funding they will require as well as their potential impact. Large projects are categorized as regionally significant projects and are included as standalone items. These types of projects include new roadways and expansion of existing roadways. To simplify this budgeting and planning process, some projects are bundled together into 11 categories referred to as grouped projects. These 11 categories include, but are not limited to, safety, preventative maintenance, and rehabilitation. More information about the 11 categories can be found in the latest version of the STIP. Grouped projects include improvements such as landscaping, safety lights, or new bicycle and pedestrian facilities. This slide shows all the projects identified for inclusion in the rural tip for the El Paso district. The projects are shown by the fiscal year they are anticipated to let or be bid for construction. TxDOT's fiscal year begins in September and ends in August of the next year. This slide shows all of the regionally significant projects included in the rural tip by let year. We will now discuss the regionally significant projects included in the 2025 to 2028 rural tip. The first regionally significant project we will discuss is the extension of FM 2185. This project is located in Culberson County and will extend the existing two-lane roadway, creating a connection to RM 652 via FM 3541. The limits of the project are from 750 feet south of Looney Spur Road to the junction with FM 3541. The project is estimated to cost approximately $118 million and is anticipated to let in the fiscal year 2025. The next regionally significant project we will discuss is the Black Gap Wildlife Management Area project. This project is located in Brewster County and will improve an existing unpaved wildlife management area road by paving it. The limits of the project are within the Black Gap Wildlife Management Area. The project is estimated to cost approximately $1.2 million and is anticipated to let in fiscal year 2025. The next regionally significant project we will discuss is the Barton Warnock Center project. This project is located within the boundaries of Big Bend Ranch State Park in Brewster County and will add seal coat to all park roads, parking lots, and campsite pullouts. The project is estimated to cost approximately $200,000 and is anticipated to let in fiscal year 2025. The last regionally significant project we will discuss is the Chenati Mountain State Natural Area project. This project is located in Presidio County and will include the construction of a new entrance to the park with paved and unpaved roadways. The limits of the project are within the Chenati Mountain State Natural Area. The project is estimated to cost approximately $4.3 million and is anticipated to let in fiscal year 2025. On this slide, we will define several project categories described in the following slides. When we talk about roadway rehabilitation, we're talking about the methods used to maintain healthy roads. You'll notice that many of the projects listed will involve a seal coat, which includes adding a thin application of asphalt followed by a thin layer of stone or rock that seals out moisture and maintains the integrity of the road. When we talk about mill and overlay, this is a process that includes milling out the top layer of a roadway and installing a new layer of hot mix asphalt. This often occurs when a heavily used roadway needs extra care and reinforcement. A Super 2 highway is where a periodic passing lane is added to a two-lane rural highway to allow passing of slower vehicles and dispersion of traffic platoons. Bridge rehabilitation projects can consist of bridge replacements, the new construction of a bridge, or bridge adjustments like the replacement of guardrails, for example. Safety projects refer to the addition of or improvements to lighting, flashing signs, or Americans with Disability Act, or ADA, sidewalks, to name a few examples. There are 15 grouped projects identified within Brewster County, which are shown in the map as broken down by type of project. Of the 15, 13 are roadway rehabilitation projects. These types of projects include seal coat and mill and overlay. This group also contains one project listed as a bridge rehabilitation project and one listed as a safety project. This table includes all the projects found within Brewster County, including project details such as roadways, limits, type of project, and let year. This information is continued on the next slide. There are 14 grouped projects identified in Hudspeth County, including 12 roadway rehabilitation projects and 2 safety projects. This table includes all the projects found within Hudspeth County, including project details such as roadway, limits, type of project, and let year. This information is continued on the next slide. There are 8 grouped projects identified in Presidio County, including 7 roadway rehabilitation projects and 1 safety project. This table includes all the projects found within Presidio County, including project details such as roadway, limits, type of project, and let year. This table includes all the projects found within Culberson County, including project details such as roadway, limits, type of project, and let year. This table includes all the projects found within Culberson County, including project details such as roadway, limits, type of project, and let year. This table includes all the projects found within Jeff Davis County, including project details such as roadway, limits, type of projects, and let year. The rural tip functions as a budget list for the district. As such, it is fiscally constrained. Like a household budget, the rural tip must be realistic about the amount of money available to cover the region's transportation needs. Frequently, there are more improvements needed than there is money for construction. This means TxDOT must prioritize projects based on need and fund them accordingly. Funding for transportation projects included in the rural STIP can come from 3 main sources. 1. The federal government through a variety of federal programs, including funds authorized through laws and federal grant programs. 2. TxDOT, like the federal government, also allocates a section of our budget for these projects through the Unified Transportation Program's 12 funding categories. 3. Local governments can also provide funding for projects through mechanisms such as bonds. On this slide, you'll see the rural tip process. First, the district and local governments work together to determine a proposed list of projects. Those projects are then compiled into the preliminary STIP. At that point, TxDOT seeks input from the local community on the list of projects and their priority. TxDOT then updates the list of projects based on input and revises the rural tip. The rural tip is then approved, and projects now have funding for development and construction. Now that you are familiar with the rural tip, we want to hear what you think. Please download and complete a comment form and submit it back to us via mail at the address on the screen. You can also email your comments to adriana.rodriguez@txdot.gov. That's adriana.rodriguez@txdot.gov. Comments must be postmarked or otherwise received by February 16, 2024. Remember that you can view and download all meeting materials if you wish to discuss this information with your friends or family. Just remind them to make sure they send comments in before February 16, 2024. Thank you for joining us for this virtual, pre-recorded presentation on the El Paso District 2025 to 2028 Rural Transportation Improvement Program. If you can, please join us at any of our 3 in-person open houses in Van Horn on January 30th at El Capitan Hotel, in Alpine on January 31st at the Alpine Civic Center, and in Presidio on February 1st at the Presidio Activity Center. All meetings will take place from 4 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you for your time.